Alright, so trim and fit, trim and fit, trim and fit until you get it to set in nice. You just want to take off little bits at a time. Now we'll be using these here again and putting these in here. This is going to be basically the same process as before. Spot welds, keep your temperature down, blah, blah, blah. Now, typically this doesn't warp up too bad on you or anything like that, so we really don't have to do the hammer and dolly as much. Besides it's on the inside, things like that, but you still might do it. Just keep an eye on everything. Alright, so when I'm welding this up, I'm basically just going to be doing this section right here on top, and then I'll be doing this flat section right in here. I don't want to weld any of this stuff in here or this right in here because I have to mold this together. You can see this doesn't quite line up here or on the other side. So what we will do is we'll get everything else nice and secured, and then we'll go ahead and finish off these areas. We're using to roll down our edges. You can see it's a relatively specific hammer, the way it's got that edge there and everything. So we haven't buttoned this all the way down, the outer panel, but we can stick this up here now and see if we're pretty good or not. So you can see how this is coming along. I got all this shored up here. This is coming along in the welding. You can see how this is off. I'll show you how to blend that together in a little bit here. Got a radio speaker hole there. And same thing here. We got this welded up here and this welded up here. So now I can go ahead and mold that together there. Alright, so while I'm out waiting for these to cool down, I take my funny little hammer here and start rolling these edges down nice and neat. Now, you can't just hammer on these and just have them go down. You got to slowly roll it over. If you take it and just try to hammer it down like that, it'll tuck in too far. So you got to kind of roll it over. You got to see where it's lining up or not, and then you can hammer down. Okay, normally when I'm grinding, I'm using a flat disc. These are really good to keep the temperature down. They just work really well. But the edges get chewed up too bad if you try to get in the nooks and crannies here. So what we'll do is we'll put a hard wheel on here, and the hard wheel we'll use in the nooks and crannies in here. Okay, so here we're basically all done. What I'm going to do now is, you remember those braces that were in here? I'm going to take and drill some 3/8 holes here, and there was that one little brace right here, so I'll drill some 3/8 holes here, and then I'll go ahead and weld those up so we have everything nice and firm. Here we'll take this and clean this up so it lines up like original. And then what we'll do is we'll sand a little bit away here, and we'll do some spot welds on the bottom of this. But before we do that, we'll double check, make sure everything's copacetic, and then we'll do that last. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish off this area here, and I'll just weld a little bit of a bead on the outside edge so that it'll blend in, and just do the same thing right here. Okay, so before I finish welding off this little piece down here, I gotta make sure it's totally straight first. So we'll use a straight edge and double check. Okay, we are all done. It's gonna be a little while before we paint this or anything like that. I don't want this to rust meanwhile, so I'm gonna at least paint this stuff up. On the next video, I'll show you how to do the driver's side door. We'll put the camera over here so you can kind of get a different perspective of how I do things. So we'll see you on the next video.